Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grand Rising, good people. Somebody's messing with me. Then got up extra early, got everything in order, and of course, the camera's working. And as soon as I get on, a little minor issue, but nothing the player can't fix. So hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend, man. Hold on. We want to put this on the bottom of the screen. Congrats to who was able to see the South Carolina Women's Championship game. Who was able to see that? Definitely happy for South Carolina, but I was sad for my girl Caitlin, man. I was definitely sad for my girl Caitlin. But it is what it is. It is what it is. As you can see, we got to get the we're gonna do some new things with the graphics, but it is what it is. We're just gonna keep building. I can't wait to show y'all the new little intro that we got. Got a new little intro, so I don't know if y'all are familiar. If y'all know my dog Ursi, then y'all know what he puts together. So he's putting together that. Good morning, big bro. How's everything? Grand rising. Got my big bro Doug in the building, of course. All right, what we got today? We got a bunch of stuff today. So once again, if y'all was able to check out the game, hold on, who was able to check it out? My brother Lute's in the building. My boy Lute's in the building, man. We gotta have him on live. So this is my big little bro, man. My big little bro. If you're looking in the chat, Khalil Ahmad, that's my big little bro, man. Khalil's at Syracuse. I don't want to say the wrong thing, y'all be. They got their agents moving them around a little bit. Shout out to Dawn Staley in South Carolina. Urs in the building, my brother Urs in the building. Beautiful day for this eclipse. Shout out to Iowa, legendary run. That's the energy that I'm on. Of course, congratulations to South Carolina. Got to shout out Iowa. They had a legendary run, definitely legendary run. South Carolina, just a better overall team. You couldn't do anything about it. And you saw it early. Like Caitlin probably had the best first quarter that she could have ever had. I mean, I think it was the most points ever scored in a quarter in tournament history. And within a couple minutes of the second quarter, you could already see like, yeah, they're coming back. It's not even close. Oh, hold up. We at Penn State now. Hold up. Did I know that? I think I knew that. Wait, I thought we ain't gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk. Yeah, Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. She's a generational talent. I'm gonna keep it real. She's not a generational talent. She's what's greater than a generational talent? What's greater than a generational talent? And it's the year of revenge. Yeah, so that was a lot of interesting storylines with the women's tournament. I'll be honest, I was more excited to see that championship than I am today. I couldn't even tell you. I know Purdue's playing. I don't even know who Purdue's playing. Oh, no, UConn. I think I don't even know who the men, what men's teams, made it. I don't watch too many sports, but this year, just based on the storylines, I was intrigued. You got Caitlin Clark. She's the best basketball player I've ever seen. The best women's basketball player I've ever seen, hands down. A lot of people were saying Maya Moore. I didn't get to see too much of Maya Moore. Haven't seen too much of Maya Moore. If she is still playing, I believe she's still playing. Like I said, I don't know. I don't follow sports too much, but just seeing Caitlin Clark, I'm like, yo, she's different. She's different. I could just imagine what she was doing like during the regular season when it wasn't against a group of girls like South Carolina. So for her to do what she did in the tournament back to back, back to back. I think I only heard of her last year. I'm sure she was doing numbers before then, but shout out to her. Year of revenge. Iowa got their revenge. South Carolina got theirs. Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. That's the best way to look at it. Everybody got their get back. Everybody got their get back. So let me open up the notes for today, and we'll get into it. When we will get into it, I want to start off with a reading. So today we got a few things. We got a reading from The Law of Success. Finished that finally. That book, man, that was a burden, but I can't even call it a burden because there's so many gems. Let me show you. There are so many gems in this book right here. It is literally like a Bible for success. Charlemagne, we're going to get a little bit into his take on why he says DEI is trash. Whole lot of conservatives were celebrating him, but I think a lot of them got caught up in the headlines thinking that they're rooting for one thing, not even realizing what he's actually saying. So yeah, neither here nor there. The View. Joy Reid, what is it? Joy Reid, Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Gold. Yo, man, these may be three of the most amazing women on earth. Of course, The View, they never disappoint. So they had a take on The Rock. Apparently, The Rock is disappointed in his support last election for Joe Biden. And it's kind of mirroring a trend. You see a lot of celebrities that were supporting Biden, the Democrats, last election, and maybe up until just a couple years ago, but for whatever reason that energy seems to have shifted, and it's almost as if they can't say that they like Trump, but in all actuality you understand exactly what it is. Hold on, what did Khalil write? Oh, wait, what? Hold on, stop this show. You said J. Cole apologizing to Kendrick last night. What? Hold on. Stop the show. Hold on. Stop it, bro. Now you just trolling. Wagwan. Are you serious? Ah. All I'm gonna say is not everybody got that drizzy in them. I don't even want to comment on that, but that's and you know what? Speaking of that, we're gonna spend 2 minutes on this J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick situation. And Khalil, I know you're a Kendrick fan. But nah, bro, I ain't with that apology stuff. And I gotta hear the apology. Earth said big apology, big ups to J. Cole for staying real. Nah, what are we apologizing for, bro? It's a competitive sport. What are we apologizing for? Like, you made a diss at me and then want me to apologize. Yo, I'm back with Drizzy, bro. Ain't no apology, man. What are we doing? Apologize for what, bro? You keep coming at me, bro. You the one. He came at J. Cole more than he came at Drake. All right, we're not gonna get into that. I'm tired of cats giving Kendrick all these passes, bro. Kendrick, I'm gonna give y'all my take just in 60 seconds. I don't like when Kendrick got a whole bunch of credit for that Controller song that he put out when I don't think he should have got credit for it. It was almost like when everybody that he named in that Controller, really the only person that's in your lane is Drake. So if you really want war with the boy, just say the boy. You ain't got to say all those other names, those irrelevant people. No, it's you and Drake. So if you have an issue with Drake, bro, just say you got an issue. Drake already said if you want war, then it's war. But Kendrick, and then once again, now Metro Boomin and Future, they're beefing with Drake. So now Kendrick comes on and makes a diss song on it. Like, that's lame, bro. Y'all be giving Kendrick too many passes, bro. And Kendrick is not war tested. Keep playing with Drake and see what's gonna happen when you keep playing with the boy. You feel me? Let me went on a 7-minute rant about how sorry he was and dissing Kendrick was lame. He ain't built for it. He ain't built for it. Everybody not built for it. Tough. I'm cool with the apology. Let me not. Yeah, I can't believe this. Oh, Tough. I woke up thinking it was going to be an amazing day. Oh man. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right, so let me get back to y'all done threw me all off. But we're gonna address this Emmanuel Acho situation when it comes to Angel Reese. Emmanuel Acho got some lashes last week. He got some Dr. Umar lashes. We're gonna talk about it. I got a couple questions on that. Why is everyone protecting and enabling, in my opinion, bad behavior in this society? We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of, in my opinion, weak men that have just gotten to a point where it's like you just fell into this trap of not being able to criticize, especially black women. I'm not one of them. It just is what it is. Like when I see a grown man on TV getting emasculated for simply giving his opinion and having to come on and make an apology, like it's just weird to me. It's weird. And then when you apologize, you could tell when people don't mean apologies. I told y'all before, I learned to apologize based on my dad. When I used to if I got in trouble, I would go in there and I had to apologize and say exactly what it was that I was apologizing for, the reason why I was apologizing, how I was going to work on it, and moving forward, what was the plan? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to give all these things. When somebody just comes out the blue and says, hey, I apologize, you know, all these people gave me such good advice. They reprimanded me. They deserve to, respectfully, all these different areas. But then you don't give one reason as to why what you said was wrong, and you don't give any insight on the advice that they gave you. So to me, it just comes across as disingenuous, but it is what it is. Khalil said, "Cole, the middle child, man, was never built for the top spot." Yo, Cats be, Drake, Cats, Cats don't be understanding how heavy that crown is. That's what Khalil said. Good energy, good energy, good energy, good energy. All right, good energy all morning. Shy, what's good, Shy? Shout out to Shy in the building. All right, so let's get to this reading. I'm sure it'll connect like everything else that we do that connects, but the last chapter of this Law of Success book, it was one that stood out to me and really resonated with me because it was focused on that golden rule. Who knows the golden rule? Somebody write the golden rule real quick in the chat. I'm buying somebody lunch if first person to write the golden rule in the group chat, the golden rule of life. What is that? I'm buying you lunch. I'm buying you lunch. So y'all let me know. We'll wait. As I sip my espresso, you feel me? Shout out to my brother Urzi. He came through with the Breville and the Illy coffee. But yeah, nobody's gonna tell me the golden rule. Nobody wants lunch. You telling me we got 8,000 people in the room and nobody wants lunch? Focus on the now. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. But that is a dope rule. I take that. Urs got lunch. Urs got some lunch money. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Khalil got some lunch too. All right, we go same time. Even though I said the first one. I got you, bro. I told you that's my big little bro. Yo, Khalil a bully. He be trying to bully Khalil. He be trying to bully Bez and I all the time. So Khalil is one of my close brothers, family, little brother. So I've seen Khalil grow up since he was a baby, and it's good to see him doing amazing things. So let's get into this reading. So like I said, the last chapter is focused on the golden rule, and they actually break down the golden rule in a little bit of a different way than most people, or at least as it was presented to me. Oh, my dad said it as well. So my pop said it as well. So the golden rule, that's something that I live by. That is my religion. That's my religion. That's my spirituality. That's my motto. That's my principle. Those are whatever, however you want to describe it. It's very simple. Do unto others as I want done unto me. All right. Bez wrote, Khalil been scrapping as a pup with big dogs. Yo, for real. For real. All right, so let's get into this reading. All right. It might happen that you would base all of your acts toward others on the golden rule without enjoying any direct reciprocation for a long period of time. And it might so happen that those to whom you rendered those acts of kindness would never reciprocate. But meantime, you have been adding vitality to your own character, and sooner or later, this positive character which you have been building will begin to assert itself, and you will discover that you have been receiving compound interest on compound interest in return for those acts of kindness which appear to have been wasted on those who neither appreciated nor reciprocated them. All right, so what I got from that paragraph is a lot of times we may apply this rule to certain people, and we may not feel that we're having the same energy that we're giving them reciprocated back to us. It does not matter. It doesn't always have to come in the form directly from them. All right. Even though we're doing it to them as we want them to do it to us, and they may not be reciprocating that, it still is going to come in the form of something else that we'll receive maybe from another individual or another opportunity. All right, keep going. Remember that your reputation is made by others, but your character is made by you. You want your reputation to be a favorable one, but you cannot be sure that it will be for the reason that it is something that exists outside of your own control in the minds of others. It is what others believe you to be. With your character, all right, character, it is different. Your character is that which you are as the results of your thoughts and deeds. You control it. You can make it weak, good, or bad. When you are satisfied and know in your mind that your character is above reproach, you need not worry about your reputation, for it is as impossible for your character to be destroyed or damaged by anyone except yourself as it is to destroy matter or energy. All right, so we focus on character. We focus on character. We understand that reputations are important. And shout out to the Swiss franc as well. We understand that reputations are important. However, getting too caught up on reputation can be pointless because you're getting fixated on something that's always going to be out of your control. It's how people think about you. All right. What we need to be focused on is more our character. That's something that we directly control everything about it. All right. When we have a positive character, when we have a character that aligns with our moral compass and something that we can move around confidently in, then that's going to set the tone on everything else. We don't have to worry about pleasing everybody. We don't have to worry about making sure that our reputation is where we want it to be. Our character is going to set the tone on everything else. All right. So when somebody speaks on us, they're automatically going to see us in the light that our character represents us in. So just to focus on character, not be too carried away with reputation. Maybe that's the same thing with Instagram. You know, a lot of times we can focus on how everybody else is receiving the message that we're putting out, or how everybody is just receiving. We're trying to portray an image. Let me rephrase that. We're trying to portray an image that is not a direct representation of us. So a lot of times we're putting out an image for how we want people to see them, but we're less focused on how we actually are. All right. So focus on the internal, and then the external will take care of itself. All right. Shout out to Napoleon Hill, Law of Success. That'll probably be the last reading from that book because we're done with that and we are moving on. That was one of those 500 pages, man. That book, that was a long one for me. All right. So what's the first topic that we want to get into? Let's just get straight into it. Matter of fact, we got Khalil here. Let's just get to it. Hold on. Let me pull up these two. Should already have them saved. Let me pull up these two videos. All right. So, and I actually may pull up. Do I want to pull up another one? Hold on. We'll pull up these two and then hopefully just take it from there. Let me share this screen with y'all. All right, let's get to it. Emmanuel Acho, welcome. So this whole time I'm playing the video and y'all ain't my fault. I switched settings. That's why we got the new background. So normally it automatically does it. So let me play that back. My fault. Whole time I'm over here thinking that y'all are listening to it. All right, Emmanuel Acho. Here we go.
I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Now, if you want to say, well, Acho, cater your take based upon gender, Acho, cater your take based upon race, I will understand that. But I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because if you want to act grown, which she has, if you want to get paid like you grown, which you are, if you want to talk to grown folks like you grown, which you did post-game when you told a coach for an opposing team, watch your mouth. If you want to tell people get your money up, then post-game when you take an L, you just got to take it on the chin. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed to be the villain. Shout out to you because you were the second best basketball player on the court and it was not close. Outside of Caitlin Clark, it was you. 17 and 20. Dog. Showed up. Biggest game, second biggest game of your career. Absolute dog. But
do you know? Okay, a bit of a.
Oh, wait till we get into that. Wait till we get into your girl Kamala, bro. Yo, hold on. All right, so that was the first. Hold on. That was so. Apparently, what he just said was disrespectful, was off-brand, was a whole bunch of other stuff that led him to then make this comment. And I'm trying to hold my thoughts until we get all the videos out. So let me show y'all the second video. So a day later or later in the day, I think it was the next day, he put out this. He was getting bashed by a whole bunch of women and apparently a whole bunch of men like Ryan Clark and Matt Barnes. Yeah. Not necessarily my cup of tea.
To everyone who has respectfully reprimanded me and offered brilliant opinions on the Angel Reese conversation. I do not believe there is any one way to think about things, but thank you to the Ryan Clarks, the Essence Atkinses, the Bozma St. John's, the Trellas, the different individuals who is publicly and privately just giving me good wisdom, good feedback, good discernment. I understand. I think life is all about understanding. And so I just want to applaud those publicly.
Can I just got to interrupt. Did he say anything as far as what he was wrong on, what they were right on, what he saw differently now that he spoke to them, what he was missing? Did he say any of that?
You watching and those privately who have respectfully, the operative word there being respectfully, who are
take. Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
All right, so there's a few different things in play here. Let me hide this on the stream. In my opinion, there's a few different things in play here. We've gotten to the point where, especially, and I don't know how y'all go about it, Emmanuel Acho is he's from Africa. So I know sometimes we differentiate between, and as we should, we differentiate between Black Americans and Africans. He's African, and I think that may have played a role also in all of the backlash that he received from making those comments. I don't understand it. I don't understand it how, on one end, we want women to be treated just like men. We want women's sports to be seen in the same light as men. We want women to be getting fair pay and equal pay and all these things that we hear. But then when it comes to the certain level of criticism, we run to protect somebody and then start to say things like, oh, she's just a girl. She's so young. She is 21 years old, making $1 million with NIL money. And a lot of it is based on her play. her product, her basketball play, but a lot of it's also based on her personality. Now, her personality was on display last year in the championship when they won, when she was showboating and taunting Caitlin Clark. We already went over all this, so I don't want to dive too much into it. She was taunting. Some people are cool with it. Some people aren't. It is what it is. Some people say it's just talking ish. That's just how we play the game. Cool. But she's in somebody's face, holding the ring, going like this when they're about to win a championship at the foul line right next to somebody, taunting them. I thought it was overboard. I thought it was not good sportsmanship. I thought it was a little bit over the top, but it is what it is. I'm not going to bash her and say that she's the worst person on earth, but I will address that activity. I will. And we've gotten to a point where it seems like you can't even criticize behavior. I thought sports was all about developing skills in how to take constructive criticism and how to. Have you ever heard the term where I'm critiquing the play, not the player? I'm critiquing the play, not the player. Just because I critique something about your play or something that you're doing does not mean that I'm coming for your character, that I'm saying that you're a terrible person, saying all these other things. But for whatever reason, when it comes to, I'm noticing especially women's sports in this situation, everybody felt the need to run and protect this lady, this young lady, Angel Reese. And I don't understand it. I do not understand it. And I'm going to play another clip for y'all because it was very interesting how they decided to, when it comes to Ryan Clark, who we mentioned, and Matt Barnes, they decided to address Emmanuel Acho. And I can't help but think about, Cat Williams exposed a whole lot of this, exposed that how much you have to play the game, whether it's on the level of maybe like a Diddy or something like that, but just not even on that level. Playing the game in order to get put in positions and to get certain opportunities, you have to push certain agendas and push certain narratives. And in my opinion, it's weak and it's hurting people. And just like I played y'all the clip last week of Angel Reese complaining, saying that she hasn't been at peace for the last year since she won a national championship and made $1 million, but she's still not at peace and she just wants to be considered a human. I don't understand. I don't understand how we can see that and not say like, well, clearly there was something bothering her. It wasn't just the attention that she was getting from people, the backlash. When you know that you did something over the top, it's going to eat at you. So here you have Angel Reese that's saying like, yeah, I'll take that villain role. Even if people threw it on her, she accepted it. So when you take it, and I don't want to focus too much time on this exact thing because to me, it's bigger than this. It's what I'm addressing is the fact that we have a generation of men that will cave to the pressures of society, that will cave to the pressures of these agendas that are pushing to the point where you cannot say anything. You can't say anything about a black woman, or else you're being an Uncle Tom, a traitor to the race. Dr. Umar is going to come and get you some lashes. But in all actuality, we are harming that young person. Just like with Sha'Carri, what I told y'all, when you don't give proper constructive criticism, no matter who it is, if you see somebody doing something that's wrong and you neglect to say something, and not only neglect to say something, but you're the one pushing them to do it. Like, nah, keep going. Like, yeah, you're right. And you're surrounded by a whole bunch of yes people, it's going to lead you to have issues. I'm sorry, that person to have issues. Whoever it is that we're condoning the bad behavior for. So I want to play y'all this clip because it wasn't only Emmanuel Acho. In my opinion, I forget the other guy's name who's on the show, but it was Shady McCoy and another one, James Jones, I believe his name is. He said the same exact thing, if not took it a step further than where Emmanuel Acho took it. But for some reason, they felt the need to only take a shot at Emmanuel Acho. And my message to Emmanuel Acho would be, if you keep allowing these people to bully you, and if you keep allowing them to force you to push a certain narrative and certain agenda, now they're only going to keep doing it. So you take a look at this clip, tell me what you think. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. He had it on his show. Get into it. You guys take a listen. Hold on. I think I have it muted.
In that clip.
So for me, number one, when you did that, you brought all this attention to yourself, which is cool. Angel Reese has been a blessing to girls basketball. People tune in to girls basketball to watch her, and she's brought a lot of eyes to women's basketball. Number one, by the way she plays, but number two, by the way she's been acting.
More of that.
And when you act like that, number one, people want to see you lose.
True.
When you act like that, it's some people that want to see you win, but most of the people want to see you lose. I think about the Floyd Mayweathers. You were going to pay for his fight, but 90% of the people are paying for the fight to see him lose. Because the way he talked in interviews, because the way he showboated in the ring, all of that. People wanted to see Floyd lose. So for me, Angel Reese has done so much for the game of basketball, but you have brought a lot of attention on yourself. After this game, if they would have won, she would not have came out and been crying at the podium like this. So for me, I feel like, what you feeling? I don't care about you sharing it with the public. I just think this wasn't the right time because you've been such the villain. You can't jump up there right after the game and do this. Now, if you would have waited a couple weeks or whatever, or did that with your teammates, your coach or whatever, that's all good. But you cannot be the super villain, like they are saying, giving people L's, waving people bye-bye, because you have brought that. You said in your own interviews, we dogs over here, this is how we do it in LSU. They do it in TikToks, they do it in all that, and I'm for it. But you gotta be able to accept the criticism that comes with it, especially after you lose a game.
I think all the attention that she's really getting is from the things that she's doing outside of basketball.
She's a baller, too, though.
I mean, I hear you, right? But if I talked about Caitlyn or I talked about Juju, they games is on another level where they gonna do their own talking. So they got the same attention from their game compared to Angel Reese. More of hers is just the stuff that she's doing. Because I think she's a good player. I don't think she's nothing special like them other girls. Can we all agree on that?
She ain't Juju or Caitlyn.
Ain't even close. But what I'm saying, but she got the same amount of height. And why you think that is?
Maybe more.
You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying about her. And I will say this, though. So I don't know if we got another block or not, but can we go to that coach, the head coach? Or are we waiting to that?
Wait, we'll get there.
Okay.
Now, Khalil says shady, corny, more of that. When you have a woman that, hold on, let me actually show this. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show y'all this screenshot of that Rel sent me a text of. Nah, let me stop. Khalil got nervous for a second because we had Hold on. I want to show y'all something real quick. I want to show y'all something real quick. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. I want to show y'all the video. Oh man, if I don't have this, I'm gonna be tight if I don't have this. Hold on. Y'all gotta bear with me for a second. I wasn't sure that I was gonna play this, but it's in my group message. Hold on. I want to show y'all because one of the things that Angel Reese complained about was her being overly sexualized. All right. Her being sexualized. I don't even know what that means, to be totally honest. But I want to show y'all something that's interesting to me. I want to show y'all. Y'all tell me, maybe I'm off, but y'all tell me. Hold on. Let me share this real quick. I just gotta show y'all. Hold on. Because that was one of the complaints that she had as far as being sexualized. And then we're gonna get off this topic. I swear, but this is bigger because this is. Let's just watch it. Are we watching? All right, let me see. Let me try to make that screen as big as possible so y'all can see it. All right. Look at her outfit.
Go
Her butt cheeks are out. Her butt cheeks are out. Her butt cheeks are out. Hold on. I'm not even mad at her. I'm gonna tell you why. Her butt cheeks are out. Now, here we want to complain about. We want to support her in her complaints about being sexualized. If you're a celebrity and you're moving around looking like that, what do you expect? And then you get somebody like Khalil, who's going to write she's fly as hell. The same people that are going to support and say like, yeah, she just wants to be human. She's mad at everybody sexualizing her. When you dress a certain type of way, you have to understand that you're going to get a certain type of attention. We talked about this last week. And the reason why she's crying and upset and complaining about just wanting to be treated as a human, it's because all of these people, just like Khalil just said, want to amp her up to do certain things that she's not built to deal with on the back end. The same way that she want to celebrate and then cry in a press conference. Nah, that's not the place right now. That's not the place. That's not the place. So when you complain about being, yes, she was. I don't think she was crying about that. She mentioned it in the same press conference. She said that she's been sexualized and a whole bunch of other stuff. So for you to sit here and say, I don't think she was crying about that, you could think whatever you want to think. I'm just going off of what she said. And of course, now we go see all this. You see all this pandering. I think it was more of the death threats. All right. Thank you for your thoughts, Khalil. We appreciate that. However, we actually have the words from Angel Reese, so we can just go off of that. She mentioned just right along with the death threats that she's apparently receiving, being sexualized. Alana wrote, she is beautiful when she matures. Hopefully her soul beauty will match her inner beauty, inshallah. I'm with you, Lana. I'm with you. I'm with you. And this is why I get so upset with men. On one end, we'll say, oh, she's just a little girl. Well, then why is she dressing like that? Like, why do we feel the need to, as soon as we get a little bit of spotlight, to show our body and it's like we complain about our women, or our women complain about being overly sexualized, but then this is how you present yourself. Why? You don't have to. You're already a celebrity. You don't need to show all that body. You don't need to show all that. You don't need to show all that, in my opinion. Khalil wrote, does Lana think she has a bad soul? That's not what I got. That's not what I got from it, but you can ask Lana. I'm just very much, in my opinion, she's a confused woman. And I don't want to say, I don't even know if she's insecure. I don't know if it's an insecurity. Well, it seemed a little bit insecure in the press conference, but I'm not sure that insecure is the right word. I think that she's just confused. And I think that she's confused based on a whole bunch of people that are just yes people, that are going to support any and everything that she does, that won't criticize, that won't give her good advice, that won't do any of these things. But they're just causing her to, like who grows up, who doesn't need advice, who doesn't need constructive criticism? As a matter of fact, you being in this as a celebrity in the spotlight, you need even more critique than the next person, or you need even more critique than you had before you were in the spotlight. And you should be able to trust that. It shouldn't be as soon as somebody comes out and says something about you that you're not going to, that now you're broken down. If this was a male athlete, think about like a Johnny Manziel. Think about any other player that got a whole bunch of criticism their way. A whole bunch of other people just that were critiqued. Think about like a LeBron critique, like all these different things. You have to understand that the more we're in the spotlight, the more you're going to get critiqued, bro. And if you present yourself in a certain type of way, you're inviting that energy. That's where I'm going to leave it at. So Alana wrote, no, not at all. She's just young and in the spotlight. That's hard on any human. Facts. It's so hard on her. That's why she needs the help and support and guidance, most importantly, of people that have her best interest at heart and not just people that want to be yes people or these horny dudes that just want to sleep with her. It's insane to me, but hey, neither here nor there. That's just my advice. So I'm sure we'll get a couple different more comments on that. I may have to backtrack, but I want to get into what will we go to first? Okay. Oh yeah, let's get into that next. Since we talking college basketball, it's only right. Hold on, let me get into. I gotta wait till I show y'all this video. Wait till I show y'all this video. For all the super Democrats, for all y'all that were shouting out Kamala being the first black vice president, whatever, all this other stuff that y'all was doing. Hold on. I thought I had this one saved. It already went into it. It doesn't even matter. Hold on. Let's get into this. Hold on. All right. Hey, get your girl Kamala. Hold on.
Do you know, okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed?
Hold on. Kamala's giving us a history lesson. Hold on.
Do you know, okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022?
Wait, hold on. Time out. We got to remove this. Alana. And I think she should be allowed to wear what she wants at a Beyonce concert. Is this the world that we live in? So should she be allowed to wear what she wants to wear at a Beyonce concert compared to going to the beach, compared to going to Whole Foods, or shouldn't anybody be able to wear what they want to wear? My point is that when you wear what you want to wear, you have to acknowledge and accept the energy that's going to come back your way, the attention that's going to come back your way. If you wear this is why dudes for too long have been lying to females, have been lying to women. If you dress like how Angel Reese is dressing, I'm not sure if women are aware that when you dress a certain way, the first thing that a dude is going to think about you is having sex with you, doing sexual acts with you. These dudes may not tell y'all the truth, but I'm telling y'all the truth. If you wear something with your butt cheeks out, the first vision that a dude's going to have in his head of what it's like to have sex with you. Is that what you're looking for? So you can wear whatever you want, but then when you wear something where the first thing that a dude's going to think of is having sex with you, then maybe you shouldn't wear that if you do not want to be sexualized. I don't care where you're going. You're a celebrity. You're a celebrity. You have to move in a different type of way. It just is what it is. Just like celebrities are held to a higher standard because they know that they have a greater influence. So therefore, the things that they're doing, they are going to impact maybe people that follow them in a different way, right? You have to take on that responsibility. This is no different. This is no different. So for us to say that she could wear whatever she wants to wear, apparently she does not feel good about wearing whatever she wants to wear because she's complaining about being sexualized. So if you're complaining and can't handle being sexualized, then maybe you should not wear an outfit with your butt cheeks out where the first thing that dudes are going to think of is having sex with you. Like, dudes, why are we lying to women, bro? I don't understand this, bro. This is weird to me. Critique comes with it. Only difference is if they were pros when the critique came. No, Johnny Manziel was getting critiqued in college, but I agree with you because Johnny not being told in college led to his professional demise. Facts. But Johnny was way worse than Angel. Kamala used to date Montel Jordan. Hold on. See, now y'all thirst trapping, bro. You cannot thirst trap me and then get mad that I'm thirsty. Like, I don't understand it, bro. All right, now y'all want me to play Kamala. My bad. But I I just don't. Wear what you want to wear. But when you complain about, oh man, all right, back to Kamala. Hold on, let me run it back. This is insane.
Okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that?
Yo, I can't stand her. I'm sorry, I can't stand her. I just tried to play it, but I had to stop it. I cannot stand this woman. I cannot stand her. She represents to me everything that is wrong with Black people and us being manipulated by people that want to front like they're in our corner, want to front like they're a part of our group, whatever that is, when it benefits them. But then we're too gullible and too stupid to even look into it and realize that this type of woman, look at her history. And that's why I like Tulsi Gabbard, because she called her out in the debate when Kamala was running for president and said, this woman now wants to highlight all of her Black connections. She's a Delta. She's this. She wants to make it seem like she's Jenny from the block. But in all actuality, she's the one that's holding evidence and not allowing evidence to be seen that would have freed a whole bunch of Black men in California. But then as soon as she gets pushed up as president, we're so stupid and gullible that they know that we're just going to vote for something if it has the appearance or connection or appeal to something Black. This is what they think about us, bro. So every time I see her, it irks me to my stomach. I can't stand her. But let's move on.
Do you know, okay, a bit of a history lesson. Do you know that the women's teams were not allowed to have brackets until 2022? Think about that. And talk about progress, better late than never, but progress. And what that has done, because of course, when, I had a bracket, it's not broken completely, but I won't talk about my bracket. But you know what, how.
Bro, how do y'all look at her? Hold on, do we realize, first things first, hold on. The phony, she is so phony. It is so disrespectful, the level of phony that she is. It is so disrespectful. Let's keep it real. She's only up there to try to get some women that'll vote for her and Black people. So if you're a woman and you're Black, I hope you take this as disrespect, because if somebody's speaking to me and wants to sell me on something, whether it's a car, whether it's a political candidate or anything else, and I know that they're being disingenuous, I feel disrespected. If I go to the car dealership and they're telling me something that they think that I don't know, when I know that what they're telling me is a lie, and they're just trying to sell it to me in a particular way because I'm a particular person. Let's say if they were trying to sell me a car in a certain way because I'm Black, or ladies because I'm a woman, wouldn't you feel disrespected? So how do we not feel disrespected when she does stuff like this, constantly trying to appeal to race and gender? They're trying to start a race war and a gender war just so they can push their political agenda and get reelected. They will tell us anything. They will say it. Like, how do we not take this as extremely disrespectful? This woman is so caught up on trying to be a feminist and push this women's movement and downgrade all this emasculate. Listen, bro, she has a whole team and staff. How could you say some silly shit like this?
But progress. And what that has done, because of course, when, I had a bracket, it's not broken completely, but I won't talk about my bracket. But you know what, how we love March Madness. And
I'm putting it out there right now. If you voted for Biden last time, okay, maybe you thought Kamala was going to be a little bit different. Just like my boy, hold on, what did Ken just write? She has been one of the most absent VPs of recent times. Like, what is she really doing in that admin other than represent color? The only times do you realize that we have Joe Biden, somebody who people literally make fun of and joke around about having Alzheimer's. Now, like I said, I told y'all, I'm not making fun of, I don't even like talking about Joe Biden anymore because it bothers me, because I really think that at this point, it's not fair to him, because I do think that he's old, and I do think that they're actually pushing him to do something that he's not healthy enough to do. But think about this. We have Joe Biden, Somebody who the Democrats are literally scared to let speak with a teleprompter. Forget without a teleprompter. And then we have a beautiful young Black woman like Kamala, and she's silent. Think about how much confidence they have to have in her in order to not let her speak when you have a president like Joe Biden, who you're scared to death that will say something wrong, pass out on stage, or just have like one of those Mitch McConnell just frozen gasp or whatever they call it. I don't know. Think about it. So if you vote for, like, and my point initially was, if you voted for them initially, okay. But if you're deciding to vote for Joe Biden in this election, when you know that he's old, you know his health, he's probably, if they had a poll of presidents most likely to, or with the greatest risk of dying in office, it would probably be Joe Biden. Or the most risk, I don't even want to put that up there, but it's just, we got to be real. This is the president of the United States. This is a serious position. Just like they evaluate talent based on if you in the NFL or the NBA, like, yo, this person's getting older, we got to replace him. So it is what it is. So when you have somebody like Joe Biden, who's probably likely to either, or he's more at risk of something happening to where he cannot be president of the United States, Kamala becomes president. So a vote for Joe Biden is pretty much you're saying like, I'm okay if Kamala becomes president. This woman is ignorant beyond measure. And I don't even think, and what's even worse than being ignorant, I think that she's manipulative. I think that she's just a squeamish, like, I don't even know what to, she's one of those people that are going to do anything and everything to advance her personal position, no matter who she needs to fake to become, no matter who she needs to step on, all these different things. She does not care. She does not care. She will say and do anything to you. Just like Khalil said, she's the most unprepared panderer. She's horrible. She's horrible. A huge hypocrite. Y'all are taking the words right out. It's yo. I don't know. I don't know how. And this is the thing. And this is another thing. We can't criticize Kamala, right? If Kamala was a man, do you know how much criticism she would be receiving as the vice president who's just absent? Let's keep going. We didn't even get through this video. Hold on.
Even just now allowing the women to have brackets and what that does to encourage people to talk more about the women's teams, to watch them. Now they're being covered, and this is the reality. People used to say, oh, women.
Yo, I'm not with it, man. I'm sorry. I got to keep stopping this. I told y'all, remember we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Beware of people that always want to try to separate us and point out our differences in order to divide us, rather than people that are looking to bring people together and unite us on our similarities. Why is she doing this? Why couldn't she just go up there and say like, yo, it's amazing. We got some amazing players. We got Angel Reese. We got Caitlin Clark. We got Juju. We got all these amazing women that are attracting a lot of attention to the game, and we're happy that it's in the place that it's in. Why can't you just leave it there? Why do you have to always appeal to this victim mentality that something that you're being mistreated? Oh, things aren't fair, or things aren't that. Bro, what are you talking about? Couldn't have brackets. Who fed her this information? But forget that. You have to understand that this is what her team does. This is what Democrats are doing. They're trying to figure out ways to pander and to emotionally trigger us with things that are going to be upset because, oh, yeah, that's not right that women weren't able to see brackets. And to be totally honest, women that are not into watching women's sports, or men that are not into watching women's sports, are going to hear this and not even know that what she's saying is completely BS. It's insane. I didn't hear the White House come out and correct this. Nothing.
Women's sports, who's interested? Well, if you can't see it, you won't be. But when you see it, you realize, oh.
Hold on.
News 13 is your local election.
Yeah. let me catch up with these chats. My fault if I missed your chat. Ken wrote, Susan Rice was far more qualified for that position, but they were scared of the Benghazi backlash because they used Susan as a scapegoat, but Susan will run laps around Harris. I already saw Tulsi Gabbard run laps around her, and she's welcome. I don't know who Trump is going to choose for his VP, but I do not think that Kamala wants that Tulsi Gabbard smoke if she chooses Tulsi. I just don't think so. Like I said, she's the one that stood out to me years ago when I was like, yo, why isn't anybody coming after Kamala? And she just shot right. Like, I'm directing this shot at you. Let's see how you respond. And she had no answer. So I don't know. Let's move on. Let us move on to All right. So an interesting take. So for all my non-married men out there, all the non-married men out here, I need y'all to come to the front. Come to the front. Erzy, take a step back. This ain't for you. Hold on. Let me get to this. Where is it? Hold on. All right. So here we go. Hold on. Let me make sure it's shared. My boy Whitlock, man. Shout out to my boy Whitlock, man. A lot of people don't like him, but Whitlock, everything. I like people that speak their truths, that are genuine. I don't always agree with Whitlock. And matter of fact, I hate when people say I don't always agree with that person, because of course you don't always, who always agrees with anybody? Matter of fact, you know why people have to say that? Because people nowadays do always agree with things. If you're such a Democratic fan, keyword on fan, if you're such a fan of this, if you're such a fan of this person, if you're such a fan of that, then you just agree with any and everything. We need to stop being fans of things and just look at them from an objective viewpoint, so that way we know what's right, what's wrong, so that way we can critique when it's necessary. Because let me give y'all some game. Everybody needs critique. Everybody needs criticism. Jason Whitlock may need it. So if we just have a bunch of yes people that are agreeing with him, it stunts his growth. It doesn't challenge the areas that he needs to grow in. So all of this, yes, man, all of this fanaticism of us just rooting for people just because we're fans of them and not being able to say anything critically about them, it's harming us. Hold on, let me go to the video. All right, we're good. We're good.
It's because of sexism. If it wasn't for sexism, they would have done it. No, they wouldn't. Not who they are. And I don't say that to diminish them. We are two distinct groups, men and women. We have different roles. We were made slightly differently. We're both image bearers of God. There's equality between us, but our roles and our mindsets are different. And both groups, men without women, they're out of control and need to be looked at skeptically. I'm talking about me. And women without men who aren't in marriages, they need to be looked at very, very skeptically. They've turned everything into a clown show and every conversation into a clown show. And I want to give you an example.
And then in their early
All right, I want to ask y'all a question. This is my we need more marriages. We need more serious relationships. I think that the more that we've gone into our 30s and it's just become socially acceptable to not be married, to not be, and I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself. No different than Jason Whitlock was calling himself out. You got to be able to call yourself out first and foremost. If you're not going to critique anybody else, please be able to critique yourself. Just like I talk about men that I feel are just pandering to women, I got to talk about the men, the ones of us that are not building families, the ones that are not married. We could sit up here and talk shit like I am all this time, but at the end of the day, who are you leading in your personal life? So we have to hold ourselves accountable to that standard as well. And just like I could watch that video on Jason Whitlock and look at it, not get mad at it, not say, well, he's 50 years old. I'm 36, so I shouldn't have to. No, bro, just accept the game for what it is. Use it to look internally at ourselves and ask ourselves, well, why aren't we in the position to where we're growing a family, where I know times have changed, but we're 50 years ago. Where I look at my parents, when they were my age, they already had a family, they were building all these different things. And for us, what gets me is that it's so accepted in society. And I get it. One generation is going to allow the other generation to benefit from the things that they feel that they were that they had taken from them. So if our parents are looking at one thing as the grass being on the greener on the other side, where it's like I was raised like this, and I had a hard parent, a hard this, hard that, so now I just want to be best friends with my kid. I understand the thinking in that, but we also have to understand that that's not logically sound. And even if we thought that it was logically sound, we have to look at society right now and sit back and say, clearly, we're not where we need to be. We're not where we need to be. So, fellas, I don't know if we need to start, and maybe this is one of the reasons why we started the Good Guys, our group of guys, brotherhoods that just get together, because the thing that does it for me and is most beneficial for me, first and foremost, I'm extremely fortunate because I grew up in a household where my parents were married. So I got to actually see that. And when you see it, in my opinion, you guys can tell me one way or another if I'm wrong, but when you see it, it allows you to believe in it a little bit differently. Like sometimes it could be harder to believe in something that you haven't seen. Now, not to say that marriage life is just going to be perfect, that there's not going to be issues, ups and downs, and all those other things. Yeah, that comes with it, but that comes with any team. You're not going to not try out for your 8th grade basketball team because, oh, well, if we're not going to be perfect and win every game and things just be amazing and coach never yell at me, coach never critique me, if that's not going to happen, then I don't want to play. No, you still want to play. So looking at myself, I'm looking at y'all, but I'm trust me, I'm aiming this at myself. And that's why I like talking about certain things on here, because when you say it out loud in front of people and when you're willing to have these conversations in public, then it holds you to a different standard. It holds you to a different standard. Ursi wrote, nope, we are not. There's too many options for both men and women, especially with social media. It gives that false perspective of having options and the thought of I can do better, bro. That may be the worst thing about social media. Social media, a lot of benefits, but let's be real. It gives a false perception of us having options that we don't truly have. It scares us to death. I'm just being totally honest. It scares us men. I'm just speaking for the men. I'm speaking for me. It can be scary when constantly you're scrolling through your Instagram, seeing nothing but women who are trying to make themselves appealing in a sexual way. But now you have to, well, I'm just going to be locked in on mine. It can be tough. So I have a huge respect for people in my life, my age, younger, older, that get married, lock in with a team, and start to build. And they exercise the discipline necessary in order to have a successful marriage and a successful family, because they're not willing to sacrifice and to take a chance on destroying their family just for a few minutes of fun or what they think is fun. And then once you get that post clarity, you're probably looking at it a little differently. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. All right. We're probably not going to get through. We're not going to get through the video that I wanted to show y'all with The Rock. We'll save that for Wednesday. But we're going to wrap it up. And where I want to wrap it up is to, on Mondays, we take a lot of time to plan for the week, to set our intentions for the week, and to remind us to where we started with the book, where it's focusing on our character. Focusing on our character. To me, the difference between focusing on character rather than reputation is like focusing on being at football practice. I got to just relate everything to sports. It's focusing on football practice and focusing on the little things, the technique, to where you may be doing something wrong, so you're trying to correct it. And right now you may not necessarily be seeing the results that you're looking for, but you understand that you're on the path, you're working on your foundations, and in the bigger picture, it's going to benefit you, all right, for the long run. So that's how I see when it comes to character versus reputation. Reputation, we can put out anything to the world and say, I am this, I am that, we are this, we are that. But until you're actually living it, then you're never going to receive the benefits that come along with actually moving around in the world with that energy. You get what I'm saying? I hope that's making sense. So if we just focus on the character, if we just focus on the things that we need to do to build and grow internally, then everything else is going to take care of itself. And let me just get to, I think Lana wrote, and Ursi had a couple different comments. So I want to make sure I'm catching up with the comments, but then we'll do our 30 seconds with our meditation and focus. All right. So hold on. What is the definition of success? Is it family or money? To me, I'm going to prioritize family every time, because and you know what's so funny? I'm glad that you mentioned that, bro. And you and I had a conversation about this a couple days ago that stuck with me. And when you say family, I see leadership overall. The definition of success is becoming the best leader, because if that's the role that you see, whatever, leading in your role, whatever your role is, becoming the best at that particular role, whether you're coming off the bench, whether you're not playing, whether you're only a practice player, whatever you are contributing to the overall team, whoever you consider your family, your team, your community, your village, your tribe. If in order for everyone to elevate, we have to all take full accountability and do our role to the best of our ability. So when it comes to family, if we want to be in a leadership position, or if we want the team to elevate, I'm realizing more and more the importance of being able to lead, the importance of being able to, and leading, how I see it maybe is differently, not telling people what to do, but empowering people. Empowering people like, yo, you're passionate about that. Yo, I'm going to give you the opportunity to, and I'm going to empower you and give you the opportunity to really run with that, because you're passionate about it. You believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I'm not going off on too much of a tangent, but if we have a family, if we have a team, it always goes back to, like, if let's say we got the wrong play. Well, if we're all wrong on the same page, then we're all right. So family is always going to be the thing that is pushed when it comes to me, because family is just the ultimate team, right? So in order for us to advance our team, we need to be on the same page moving forward. And just the benefits that can come from a team being on the same page, that's where you're going to get your the most amount of money. So even though we're prioritizing family, we know that the money's going to come. But just prioritizing money doesn't necessarily work that way, that we know that the family's going to come along with it. So that's a long-winded way of answering that question. Hopefully I answered it. Marriage is the hardest, most rewarding relationship you will ever have with not only another person, but yourself. What you don't know is marriage is your true mirror. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Alana wrote, it's not the relationship people are afraid of. It's the commitment to self. I'm with it. I'm with it. We may need to bring Lana up here, talk about her experience. Y'all know I'm big on tapping into the people that are already in our lives for advice. We don't have to wait for Oprah to tell us, or somebody on TV. We actually have people in our lives that can help counsel us, that can help give us therapy, that can help us develop in certain areas. I'm big on just leaning and leveraging the people in our lives. So thank you for that. Continue to be the best partner you can, and hold yourself to the highest standard for you and your someone else. So the commitment to self, to be the best partner you can be, and hold yourself to the highest standard for you and or someone else. I'm so appreciative of those words. Thank you, Lana. And that insight, because Lana's married. So I'm always appreciative of advice of people that are actually in the position that I would like to be in. That's mentorship. So thank you for that. So we're going to finish off with our 30 seconds. So for this 30 seconds, of course, I always leave it to, meditate on, focus on whatever you feel is best for you at the time. But I'm going to make a suggestion as far as us just understanding and focusing on the character that we want to build, that we need to build based on the goals, the dreams, the aspirations, the vision that we have moving forward. So what character do we need to make sure that we can maximize our potential and follow through in all these different areas that we want to be successful in? All right, so 30 seconds. It's on us. Go. All right. I focus mine on being a benevolent leader. I want to be a leader that takes everybody takes everything into consideration. Everybody takes all that and really just empowers people. A graceful leader, you know what I mean, and a graceful follower in certain ways. So I just want to make sure that I'm contributing as much as I can to the goals of my overall team, my family, and everybody that I consider a part of that village. So strength and honor, onward and upward. Y'all know what we're here to do. We elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, as well as providing our family, our community, our villages, our tribes, everything that they need to succeed. And in order to do so, we need to make sure that we're maximizing our potential and maximizing across the board in order to elevate ourselves so we can elevate the people around us. Get to that bag. What we throwing in that bag? We throwing in that bag health, wealth, integrity. I think health, wealth, and integrity. Health, wealth, and integrity. So we're going to get to that big bag. We're going to make sure that we're filling up that bag, and we're going to have an amazing week. Let's set the intentions once again for this to be the most amazing week that we've had. All right. All we have to do is pile up the days. So let's focus on every single moment being our best selves, being who we need to be in order to be in the position that we want to be in. All right. So with that, I'll see y'all soon, and appreciate y'all tapping in.